going on, Jerome's? So this offseason, Minnesota Fine Vikings general manager adofo-mensah has been cooking. He's been getting after things, both in free agency, both in trades, both in comp picks, like everything. Everything's going to be good to go, right? And every little thing is going to be all right. And I know it's April, right? And winning the March Super Bowl, it's not really worth anything. But the Vikings, it seems like there's just a vibe, man. Like, players want to be here. They want to work their ass off, and they're assembling a team that's going to whip somebody's ass. They got the coaching, they got the players, they got the stars, and going to protect J.J. McCarthy. Is going to be good to go. But here's the top 10 off-season moves. Aaron Jones didn't even make the list. I love Aaron Jones. Number 10. Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi extension. So the Kwesi extension is coming and inking up Kevin O'Connell long term. It just makes sense because I know blah, 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 playoffs, blah, blah, blah. How come you can't blow anyone out? I understand. But in terms of the results on the field have been solid. I mean, if Kurt didn't pop his Achilles in 2023, he's probably got 3 straight double-digit win seasons. That's not nothing. But it just seems like he is a true leader of men. He communicates with the team, and he's got his ego in check, right? You look at some coaches around the league, they win a fistful of games, they all of a sudden think that they invented pigskin. There's like, well, take a pig's bladder and put some air in it, and then tush push. But Kevin O'Connell, I feel like he and Kwesi have a great working relationship. I think that both of them have the great demeanor, and they just see building a team the proper way. Well, maybe it took a little while, right? Just to punt on Garrett Bradbury and Ed Ingram, which is great. Yeah, but getting them done, because frankly, I can't think of a head coach and GM combination I'd rather have leading this team right now. I was going to say Howie Roseman, but then you got to bring stupid-ass Sirianni with, so no, guess not. Number 9, no Darnold, no Rodgers. Now, we said at the time, right, we were super hyped after that Packers game, and you were too. It's just like, what more does Darnold have to prove, right? But then, in the 2 biggest games of the year, he pooped himself against the Lions. I still have like traumatic memories of we're in the red zone. I'm just not going to be accurate at all. And then, of course, the Rams game was a debacle. Wasn't really all on him, but a lot of it was. But he wasn't the guy. He looked like he was the guy. Like, if you had checked betting markets or just taken a straw poll of Vikings fans after the Packers game and after they doused him with water and all that stuff, be like, yeah, hell yeah. 3, 4, 5-year contract. No, not so much. Also, the nonsense with Rodgers. I mean, did Kevin O'Connell talk with Rodgers? Yes. Did Rodgers reach out to the Vikings? Yes. The Vikings did not reach out to Aaron Rodgers or seriously consider it. I think that was smart. Number 8, keeping Byron Murphy Jr. So I know there's other big name free agent cornerbacks out there: Charvarius Ward, Carlton Davis III, DJ Reed, etc. But having the guy who's become a team leader, who had a career year, should have been second team All-Pro last year, was a star of the Pro Bowl as well, career high in interceptions, succeeding in the Brian Flores defense, which is a complicated scheme. Having that, and also the fact that he didn't even top out the market, it's really smart. It was the right way to go. And also, I love. We'll get to Rodgers in a second, but I feel like even though there's still question marks in the cornerback room, I feel pretty good about it. Having Murph back, set it and forget it. Blackman back off that ACL. Nudie in year 2. Okuda, low risk, high reward. Rodgers in that mix. So I think that in terms of spending money at corner, I think that having continuity with Murph and having him want to be here and vice versa, I think that was the smart way to go. 7, the Isaiah Rodgers signing. So Rodgers, coming in from the Eagles, where he made himself a name in that cornerback room with Quinn. Oh, I didn't even show up. Yeah, with Quinion Mitchell as well as Cooper DeJean. And Eagles fans, they want to hang on to Rodgers. And Kevin O'Connell has come out and said, they see him as a 3-down, every down starting cornerback. And Rodgers is going to be on the outside. That's where he's played throughout his career. Murph's going to kick inside and sub-package. And I think Rodgers has a chance to be the value signing of this free agent class because all the other guys get more hype, but Isaiah Rodgers is a sound bet and a good gamble, and I think that he will pan out. Number 6. Kwesi comp picks for 2026. So right now the Vikings are projected for a 3rd and a 5th and extra draft capital. And I know, blah, 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 Kwesi can't draft, blah, 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 blah. Sure. But also, the draft really is like a lottery, and it's good to have more tickets. Sometimes you hit the jackpot, sometimes you don't, right? But also, it would give them flexibility. Like, say the Vikings have like one target of a player next year. They have extra draft capital to be able to maneuver up. So that on top of just having extra draft selections, having flexibility, having a stockpile. Also, once you have a damn good roster like the Vikings do and don't have these pressing needs, I mean, you're more able to do some business, move down, and keep trading down in the second round for a future second and some change. And guess what? Keep on stockpiling all those draft picks. It'll be good. I kind of like it. Next up, number 5, the Ingram-Mason trade, and that's basically what the Vikings did. Essentially, they traded Ed Ingram to the Texans for a 6th. They traded for running back Jordan Mason for a said 6th, and the Vikings are good to go in that regard. Plus, I do think that the running back tandem of Jordan Mason, just power. Just single cut and go power, short yardage between the tackles, red zone, and the receiving and pass blocking prowess of Aaron Jones. I think they're going to be one of the better running back tandems in the National Football League. And I think the Vikings, they've struggled to run the ball consistently over the last 3 years. I think they'll finally get it good to go. Because number 4, Kelly and a side of fries. I got the fries and I the eyes. I got the shakes that make you quake. I got these burgers. But Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, I mean, it is the combo meal that the Vikings weren't even expecting. I mean, they're expecting Ryan Kelly, but Will Fries was in high demand. 5-6 teams out for his services, but he followed his guy Ryan Kelly. It speaks to the organization because, I mean, Will Fries ain't moving here because of the taxes and because of the weather. That's for sure. But securing those 2 spots and also punting on Bradbury finally, and also getting something for Ed Ingram. Whatever happens at left guard happens, whether it's Brandel, Jurgens, Rouse, draft pick TBD. The Vikings finally have an offensive line that you can set your watch to. And Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones running behind that, JJ McCarthy setting up behind that offensive line. Baby, certainly do have a stew going in that regard. Number 3, keeping Brian Flores. So Flo had 3 head coaching interviews this offseason. Didn't get him, but probably going to take care of him. Contract upgrade, making him the highest paid coordinator in the league. And just the continuity of the defense is legit. So he took over the 31st ranked defense from Ed Donachelle in 2023, turned them into number 13. They were a top 5 unit last year. I think they could move into the top 3. I think with Allen and Hargrave and having a consistent pass rush up front, making everything easier on the secondary, not having to blitz so much, I think that this defense has a chance to be one of the best, if not the best, in the National Football League. Truly believe that. All right, and also you figure out what's going to happen on offense. Being able to run the ball, being a little bit more ball control with J.J. McCarthy, especially at the start, and staying on the field, having your defense rested, having a lead in the fourth quarter, letting these guys go hunt, pin their ears back, woo, rinse and repeat. Kind of like that. Honestly, having Flores in the fold is one of the best things about this offseason. I want him to get the head coaching job that he wants down the line. But right now, hey, make the highest paid coordinator. You can coordinate the best. Number 2, no Darnold, no Rodgers. Now, I repeat that because that's how huge this was. Because the entire plan, this entire offseason, entire last couple of seasons where you were freeing up dead cap, you're freeing up cap space for 2025. You drafted J.J. McCarthy in 2024. You took Medicine last year with the dead cap hits. And you could have thrown that all away if you would have run it back with Darnold. Although, Darnold with his offensive line would have been great, except you wouldn't have been able to afford all this offensive line if you kept Darnold, right? Or just toss it all the way for Rodgers. Ron, did you know that he was allegedly the 4-time MVP? What does that mean for now, right? Hey, you know who's really good? Mickey Mantle. You want the Twins to sign him? Actually, might be fine. Get the Mick. But since we're doubled up there, number 9, resigning Aaron Jones. The sticker shock seems a little bit high, sure, but in terms of leadership, in terms of specifically, it's weird. You're going to pay him more, but you're going to reduce his work, which is smart because Aaron Jones being a veteran, you want his batteries to be charged and full towards the end of the games, toward the end of the season. Could you have drafted a running back instead? Sure, but also the Vikings don't have a ton of draft picks. Plus, do you trust a rookie in high leverage spots, especially pass protection or receiving out of the backfield in a high leverage situation? Don't really know. Lastly, number 1, building around J.J. McCarthy. And this has been the plan the entire time. And the Vikings and Kwesi have talked openly about the advantage of having your starting quarterback on his rookie deal. You can spend elsewhere. You can assemble the freaking Avengers. And Kwesi has been smart, about bringing like guys like Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, who didn't even make the list. I mean, they should. Off of cut contracts, but veterans who specifically fill a role, getting after the quarterback's ass, and rotating through and the cornerback room, keeping Murph. I think that's smart. And offensive line just really getting things done. That sets the table for everything, right? Everything is going to be better because the Vikings are good with their 5 up front. So building around J.J. McCarthy, having the Super Bowl window wide open for the next 3 years, it's kind of beautiful. It's kind of glorious, man. But that's it. That's at top 10. 10 offseason moves for the Minnesota Vikings. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.